Good morning, dear BioMarine committee. Welcome on board. This is the second interview prior BioMarine. And today we're receiving and we're welcoming Peter. Peter is the one that has published, this very important study on the shutdown of the AMOC. And I'm going to try, to explain what is coming to BioMarine. So the first question to you, Peter, can you explain what you've done so far, who you are, and why this study is so important for Western and for the rest of the world?
Yes. So my name is Peter Ditlevsen. I am a professor of climate physics, and I study very much tipping points in the climate. And the most important tipping point is the AMOC for the whole climate of Europe, because the Atlantic moves huge amounts of heat from the tropical areas to the North Atlantic. So you can just compare the climate of the European area with the climate on the American West Coast and Alaska, and then you see it's completely different because the Pacific is not transporting like the Atlantic. So this is very, very important for our livelihood. And what we have done here is we've looked in details in a fingerprint of how the AMOC has behaved through the past 160 years. Now, we only have measurements for the past 20 years. So how can we do that? We only have surface from ships and so on. So there are uncertainties there. But if we take this proxy as an indicator of the AMOC, as the time is so long, we can estimate now what would be the natural variability of the AMOC and then see the changes we see now. And what we see is that it starts fluctuating more than it did in the beginning. And these fluctuations are signs of a shutdown or a loss of resilience of that ocean current.
And Peter, why is it important for us to get ready for this potential shutdown? What will be the impact and how can we prepare for the worst?
Well, I would say I very much hope that I'm wrong in this prediction, but if we have to prepare for it, this is pretty severe, because model studies show that if this happens, agriculture in France and Great Britain becomes like agriculture in Norway, and there you can see that's pretty serious. So I would, on a positive note, say that we would really have to prevent, and in some sense, this would be a wake-up call to the world, saying that not only do we have to stop our emissions, but we have to do it quickly. And I think that this the whole attention that our study got is in some sense positive, because it makes also businesses and civil society and nations aware that we have to act. And even though the UN process, which goes through the COP meetings lately in Dubai, doesn't really work. It's in some sense a disaster. I mean, very depressive, but we should not be depressed, because I think that there are many other channels in which we can act onto this, and I think this is a study that tells you that we have to do that.
This is very cool, because there are plenty of people that are looking at sustainable business and they would like, to learn from you and to prepare their business for the future, but also some of the key people that can lead the world, towards a solution. And His Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco is very aware of this dramatic situation. I'm really happy that you come and to present, the result of this study. And for our people, you know, from the insurance, from the business, I think, you know, it will be a good way for you to engage with them and to give you the right advices, you know, to prepare for this situation. Nothing is written. Hopefully, we're going to understand better what's happening with you presenting and participating to the Ocean Race session. I'm very glad to welcome you in Biarritz, Peter, and thank you very much for your time, and Happy New Year. Enjoy, you know, the holiday seasons.